Also tonight, some state lawmakers say the governor's lawyer and threats from the attorney general to fight the subpoenas could mean a constitutional crisis. Matthew Simon is following this part of the story for us live tonight in the studio. Matthew.
Yeah, that statement comes from Representative Ramirez, who we heard from in Corey's story, Reagan, who helped oversee today's hearing. He says ever since lawyers got involved in this process, we continue to hear from those lawyers. The governor's tone continues to change.
Than an independent investigation, which you're not hesitant at all to embrace and to allow.
On July 19th, that's what Governor Palin said when lawmakers started hinting they would investigate Troopergate. The governor is on record making that statement right up until this moment.
Governor Sarah Palin of the great state of Alaska.
That day, August 31st, John McCain announced Governor Palin as his running mate. The next day, the governor announced the state had hired Anchorage attorney Thomas Van Flein to represent her and her 55 office staffers. And the very next day, September 2nd, the governor announced she wanted the state personnel board to look into Troopergate.
Early on, the governor said she would cooperate, but that was before we learned what was really going on.
Van Flein now says the legislature's been holding secret private hearings, unconstitutional from his vantage point because he says the legislature only has legal authority to hold public hearings.
I'm very concerned with the secretive process that the Legislative Council has authorized by having an investigator meet in secret with witnesses. This is a political process now. Mr. French has all but confirmed it.
While Senator Hollis French, who is managing the case, strongly denies politics are involved, Van Flein says he feels that's French's motive for moving forward.
So we know that a politician who's up for election and who is an Obama supporter is calling the shots here, not Mr. Branchflower, who I do respect.
And why Van Flein says there's been a change in the governor's tone.
When this first got started, it was represented to the governor that this was going to be a fair, independent, neutral process, and she welcomed that. She also thought it was going to be open. It's turned into a secret process.
Van Flein defined what he calls these secret hearings as the depositions we've all been hearing about. Those have been going on. He says he will now study those subpoenas, as we heard, before he makes any recommendations. But just a few minutes ago, in an interview with ABC News, Governor Palin said she and her husband had no problems with Todd Palin's subpoenas. Live in the newsroom, in the studio, Matthew Simon, CBS 11 News.